Hello, let's do Wordle for Monday, March 23rd. Yesterday we spun the wheel and it said to start with choir. Shall we sing? Ooh, wow, that's lucky that the I is fourth. That really limits the options. I'm thinking R second and then something like AI. So like braid or brain. Brain would be interesting. I know it's already been brain, but they did say they'd start repeating. Drain is optional. Sorry, an option. Grain. There's a lot of these actually. There's like, let's see if we can find them all. Drain, grain, brain. So far, they haven't been repeating very much, and the ones they've been repeating are really early words, like within the first 500. So I'm going to exclude brain for that reason, unless we need to. You know, if we are trapped, we're not trapped that badly this early on. So I'm just going to go with drain because I do think D is a little bit better than G. Right, it's not that anyway. Okay, and the R doesn't even go there. Maybe it's like some kind of vowel here, like an E, and then RI. Otherwise, R is first. I mean, it could be something like remix popped out because I had that X filled. I don't think I want to guess remix right now, but I wonder what I would guess. Oh, remix is fun though. I'm gonna guess remix because it's fun. Okay, it's not remix. Okay, so we know it's ERI, like my first suspicion was. There's serif, like the fonts, like sans serif. And serif is the little ticks and stuff that make the font interesting. Do I need to be worried here? Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of words left. The dreaded ERI trap. I'm going to try serif. All right, it is just serif. I'm curious if there's anything else. Our analysis will tell us, but first we will spin our members wheel and see what we're going to start with tomorrow. All right, it is Coily, suggested by Pamalam7. So if you would like to follow along tomorrow, we'll be starting with Coily, and I think we're going to learn something a little bit interesting about why tomorrow. All right, well, let's do some analysis here. The answer was serif, and I started with choir. Only 34 words left, so I was right that we were quite limited. It's just refit or relit or trail. Ooh, trail is interesting. Yeah, I didn't really think about common letters, did I? I just thought of RAI and went for it. I did drain. I thought of braid. I did drain, which is, it's in the top 10. It's fine. I mean, at this point, we're not really in any danger of losing. So it's just about trying to maximize. I mean, remix, honestly, it's seventh place. Look at that. It's got a 7 next to it. Good guess. There were only 11 words left. After remix, okay, there were 3 words. There was eerie. Ooh. Eerie would have been fun to guess. Peril and serif. Did not think of peril. I wonder how long it would have taken me to think of peril. All right, well, it just says, hey, you just got to guess them and hope for the best, right? You might get it in 3, you might get in 4, you might get in 6. In this case, I got lucky, got in 4. All right, it would have gone refit, which immediately gets you serif. Okay, so yeah, that was good. It starts with tails. After tails with the ES, it goes prose. That's fun. Swap them. Now that's all yellow, so we're down to resin, serif, and serum, and it says just go for one of them, and you'll get it next. So we might do resin, serif, or something like that. Could get serif in 3, otherwise it's in 4. Steel's going to have those letters in different spots, and it's going to have the green S. So with that green S, we're going to move the E to the end, and we're going to do snipe or spine. Both are the same, and then serif is third. Get serif in 3 guaranteed, as long as you go for an answer. Adieu is the most common starting word. After adieu, we go relit. That should be helpful. Now we're down to eerie, kefir, and serif. I remember when kefir was the answer to something. I think it was to Wordle, but it might have been another game. So could get serif in 3, otherwise 4. Audio, another very popular starting word. Still relit. This is the second time in a row that the solve is identical between audio and adieu. That's interesting. All right, stare is another very common starting word. We get a lot of letters out of that. We're going to go sewer. Check for the double E. It is not double E, so we're down to serif or serum, and you just got to pick one. So 3 or 4. You can make stairs, kind of, with a light. I don't know. Trace tries to get in 2. Does not today. In fact, it's worried about losing to ER, but it is not ER today. It goes Rens, and then it can get Seraph in 3. Otherwise, it's probably like 4 or 5. Something like that. 3 or 4 or 5. Clasp is what the official bot starts with. Just the S, we go Siren. From Siren, Seraph is guaranteed. All right, well, let's check with the official bot and see how people are doing so far. Gotta save my solve image. All right. And did I beat the bot? Okay. Give me an 85 skill today, 47 luck. I'm exactly average steps. All right, how many start with choirs? 116. Strip being the most common follow-up with that I and that R. So not thinking about putting R second, interestingly. Train. See, R second with that with AI, I probably could have thought of train. Actually, did I skip train? I said drain, grain, and brain. Yeah, I skipped train entirely. I would have definitely gone train if for some reason I had thought of it. All right. That's so weird that I didn't think of train. All right. Resin, peril, rapid, merit, brain, remit, drain. So I'm not the only one who did drain. But I really should have gone train. I really should have. But it doesn't really matter. I don't think it would have helped in this case. I did remix, which is just a fun guess. Didn't really like it. And then Seraph. What does it say about remix? Good guess. All right. It wanted refit. Yeah. So it goes clasp, siren, Seraph. That's what we predicted. 0.3% got Seraph in 1. 2.7%. 24.5. 59.6. 84.6. That's pretty low. 96.1. So this is a lower solve rate than I thought, but it might be just because it looks like it's because Seraph isn't that well of a known word. It's probably mostly known from fonts, right? If you and it's the sans serif, and if you never really thought of what that meant, you could be in trouble. All right, Seric, sarin, like the gas, the deadly gas. Is that how that's spelled? Serer, serfs with an E, serum, Syria. Okay, so I think we're gonna have a significant lower solve rate in regular mode. Let's see. So we'll upload that. Serif. All right. 77 skill. I really didn't like my guesses here in regular mode. Train is a little lower, but it's still up there. Strip, rapid, train, resin, rabid, grain, drain, brain, trail, don't. Okay. It goes slate hired serif, gets a 3. 0.5, getting it in 1. 2.1%, 18%, 48.9%, 76.9%, 92.8%. Okay. I was worried we might be in the 80s. And it's the same deal. People just don't know serif or didn't think of it. All right, cool. Well, how'd you do? And that's it for Wordle. If you'd like to watch the New York Times games, you can click at the end of the video. It'll take you right there. I also have a pinned comment with all the games I played today. And if you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.